ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्तगोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। From 38 प्रकृति विकृति भिन्नः। प्रकृति विकृति भिन्न शुद्ध बोध स्वभावः
प्रकृति विकृति भिन्न शुद्ध बोध स्वभावः
सदसदिदम् अशेषं भासयन् निर्विशेषः
सदसद् इदम् अशेषं भासयन् निर्विशेषः
विलसति परमात्मा जाग्रदादिष्वस्थासु
विलसति परमात्मा जाग्रदादिष्वस्थासु
अहमहमिति साक्षात् साक्षिरूपेण बुद्धेः
अहमहमिति साक्षात् साक्षिरूपेण बुद्धेः
अत्रानात्मन्यहमिति मतिर्बन्धयेषोऽस्य पुंसः
अत्रानात्मन्यहमिति मतिः बन्ध एषोऽस्य पुंसः
प्राप्तो ज्ञानाज्जननमरणक्लेशसम्पातहेतुः
प्राप्तो ज्ञानाज्जननमरणक्लेशसम्पातहेतुः
येनैवायं वपुरिदमसत्सत्यमित्यात्मबुद्ध्या
येनैवायं वपुरिदमसत् सत्यमित्यात्मबुद्ध्या
पुष्यत्युक्ष्यत्तवति विषयैस्तन्तुभिः कोशकृद्वत्
पुष्यत्युक्ष्यत्यविद्वति विषयैस्तन्तुभिः कोशकृद्वत्
अखण्डनित्याद्वयबोधशक्त्या
अखण्डनित्याद्वयबोधशक्त्या
स्फुरन्तमात्मानमनन्तवैभवम्
स्फुरन्तमात्मानमनन्तवैभवम्
समावृणोत्यावृतिशक्तिरेषा
समावृणोत्यावृतिशक्तिरेषा
तमोमयी राहुरिवार्कबिम्बम्
तमोमयी राहुरिवार्कबिम्बम्
तिरोभूते स्वात्मनि
तिरोभूते स्वात्मनि
अमलतरतेजोवति पुमान्
अमलतर तेजोवति पुमान्
अनात्मानं मोहात्
अनात्मानं मोहात्
अहमिति शरीरं कलयति
अहमिति शरीरं कलयति
ततः कामक्रोधप्रभृतिभिः
अथ कामक्रोधप्रभृतिभिः
अमुं बन्धनगुणैः
अमुं बन्धनगुणैः
paraM vikShepaakhyaa
परं विक्षेपाख्या
rajasa urushaktirvyathayati.
रजस उरुशक्तिर्व्यथयति.
Yeah. So in shloka number 39, atra anatmani, talking about what is this bandhaH. Ko nama bandhaH was asked by the student. And so here in number 39, bandhaH yeshaha asya puMsaH. What is that bandha? Anatmani ahamiti matihi. It is not simply mistaking somebody to be somebody else. We mistake like that. You're going somewhere, you saw somebody from the backside, and then you thought it was your friend, and then you went close and say, hey Vivek. And then suddenly this is not Vivek. So mistake, clean mistake it is. I projected Vivek on a non-Viveki. Non-Vivek. Non-Vivek is called Vivek. It's called projection. Same thing here. There at least the correction happens immediately. I make a mistake and then I correct it also. It's all corrected. It looks like this, and then you have a sheepish grin and then you say sorry and all. All right. Here, this mistake is anadi kalat pravRRittaha. What kind of mistake it is? Anatmani ahamiti matihi. In anatma, I have the idea that it is atma. That is right. That is a mistake. And that is bandhaH, he says. And this thing is not going to get corrected. Why it is not going to get corrected? No, it will get corrected, of course. That's why we are all sitting here. But it's not going to be corrected just like that because we are all people who do what other things do to a large extent. Everybody is like this, Guruji. That's why. How do you? We're all doing. Why are you teaching your children? Because everybody is teaching their children. Everybody is going to school. Therefore, I have to send my children to school. Sure. What this college, that college? Everybody is doing this, Guruji. These days, if you don't do AI, you will get lost. Yeah, but what is the sudden AI and you get lost? Is that it? So AI has come and it has made us lost. What happened to all our intelligence and all this, years and years of evolution and everything? We've solidified our position here. And now, no, Guruji, it's not like that. AI is just changing the whole world. The way people do things is all changing. Jobs are going to get lost. Oh, okay, now that means yeah, you have to do AI. You have to do something about AI. Children, at least. These days, jobs and all that. AI. So we do what everybody does. Helplessly, we are carried away, is it not? Don't you feel like that? You just get carried away helplessly. And therefore, everybody says, this is I. So therefore, there is no, none. In fact, there is no dialogue at all. Therefore, that idea, that mistake is called bandhaH. Anatmani ahamiti matihi. Then next shloka, kathaM AgataH. How did this bandha come about? Then he introduced this Avarana shakti. He says avriti shakti eSha samaavranoti. Just covers up. This covers up. Atma is as though covered up by anatma. So Atma is not visible at all. As though not visible. Just like Rahu covers the sun. Like that we saw these things. Then we came to the shloka number 41. So what happens after this covering happens? This veil, this particular Avaranam is taking place. Avarana Shakti has come and covered up my drishti, as it were. That's what he's saying. Tirobhute, having svaatmani tirobhute sati, having this atma, one's own atma is covered. After that, thereafter, that is the meaning of tirobhu. Sanskrit beautiful expressions are there. It's called sati saptami. And within just one change of vibhakti, it tells a whole story. So, yadi atma tirobhutaha bhavati, or yada atma tirobhutaha bhavati, that is a way to read this tirobhute swatmani. This is Sanskrit, okay? Others can ignore all this. Yada. When Atma is covered up in this manner described in the previous shloka, that is the meaning. So, that's called Sati Saptami. And what kind of Atma? We saw all that. Yamlतरत It is just pure spotless Atma, it is. Yamlतरत. Amala itself would have been enough, but Yamlतरत, he says. Yamlतरत Tejovan Atma. So, not only it is pure, but it is also brilliant. It is shining all the time. It is the only thing that always exists and always shines. That is what gives me the ability to be aware of everything. Awareness is never lost. All right. That kind of Atma, this Puman, this Manushyaha, this Purushaha, that is the meaning of Puman. Okay. And Anatmanam mohat ahamiti shariiraM kalayati. Okay. Yeah, Maheshji.
What is Amalatara? What is Amalatara?
Mala. Mala. Mala
Oh,
means impurity. Mala is
impure.
impurity.
Okay, okay. No, I thought
Amala
Mala
is
is impure. I mean,
Mala.
pure.
Mala is impurity. Amala is something that has no impurity. And Amalatara, among that, it is the greater. It is the greatest. If you have any ideas of pure things, and no, that is only 99.99% pure and all, you say, okay, go up further, Amalatara. Then you can't stop. Like Anoraniyan, Mahato Mahiyan. You can't stop anywhere.
Well, sir, name Lamala.
Amalatara. Okay. Yeah. So Nirmala, Amala, etc. We have those names. Then what happens? Puman kalayati. We saw that also. Puman, this Manushya, this person, kalayati. Kalayati. Does kala. Artwork. Imagination. Okay. Imagines. This guy begins to imagine. Thinks. Chintayati, janati, abhimanyate. And he imagines now. What does he imagine? Anatmanam ahamiti shariiraM kalayati. ShariiraMeva aham. ShariiraMeva aham. I am this body only. Anatma. What is the shariiraM? ShariiraM is anatma. And what is wrong? Well, previously I told you anatmani, atra anatmani ahamiti matihi, he said in the shloka, two shlokas before. And so that happens due to is going to say shortly. Okay, ahamiti shariiraM. So how to read this? Anatmanam shariiraM ahamiti kalayati. This anatma sharira, this body which is anatma, which is really not me, even though it's an intimate associate of me, no doubt, but still it is not me. And he says, this is me, kalayati. What a word Shankara uses. Kalayati. He doesn't say, see, Swamiji, this one, Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswami translates this as Janati, Abhimanyate, and so forth. Abhimanyate, better. Manyate. Ham manye we say, So like that he thinks. He thinks this body is me. It is not like he's given a chance to think. Come on, now you have to decide. Is this body you? Like that? No, time is given. This body is me. That's it. Over. It comes. Automatically it comes. And the only entity, only person who doesn't think like that is a baby. Is a baby. Baby growing up doesn't have all these ideas. Please understand. Baby has no idea of I at all. I idea is not there. Ahankara itself is not there. He doesn't know anything. He's just doing like this, kata kata, kata kata, and then licking and all, and then smiling and all. That's it. No idea of I at all. Some pain happens, suddenly it's this cries. And then cries, doesn't know, and then after some time, it just quiet, and then goes to sleep. It has absolutely no idea of I. That is why the baby and Ishvara are identical. People come and touch the baby like this. Why? Because Ahankara is not there. Nirahankaraha. Jnani also is Nirahankaraha. This baby is also Nirahankaraha. And then until it just falls down somewhere, and then it's paining, and then it starts crying. It doesn't know anything. If I do like this, I'll get hurt. All this idea itself is not there. Therefore, it doesn't know anything at all. And so Ajnanam, that's a different kind of Ajnanam. All right. So we said, okay, Yamlataratejovata, having done that, mohat, yeah, that is what I was looking for. Mohat kalayati, due to ignorance. Only ignorance will make us do wonders. And so, mohat kalayati, and sharira, atma. And at least if I knew Sanskrit, I would have thought through, and I said, what does shariiraM mean? Shiryamana swabhavam shariiraM. Like that, I would have, some teacher somewhere in school must have taught me. And it's there in my mind as a child. Hey, that which keeps changing and which decays and disintegrates is called shariiraM. And Atma, I've heard they say Atma is Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Puranaha, and so Atma cannot be Shariram. Like this idea, at least if I knew little bit of Sanskrit, I would have guessed. But that opportunity also I don't have. And so body is useful, no doubt. How can you just ignore the body and disrespect the body and disparage the body? No, body is useful. Why? How do you know that? Shariram khalu dharma sadhanam. Dharma sadhanam. It is the only means for gaining moksha, really. Dharma sadhanam punyam papa. It's the only way. This body has to be used. Not the animal's body. Animal's body is not dharma sadhana. Animal has no dharma at all. The kartritvam itself is not there. So where is the question of dharma and all? But human body, puman, that's why Shankara says here, not jivaha. He doesn't say jiva. Jiva also is an ajnani. Tree, plants, everything, all the animals are all ajnanis only. But referring only to human being. Why? Because Ahara Nidra Bhaya Maithunancha Samanyametat Pashubhir Naranam. It is common. Between animals and human beings, this is common. What is common? Ahara Nidra Bhaya Maithunam. These four are common. Food, Nidra, sleep, Bhaya, fear, and Maithunam, reproduction. It's common. Any living being you take, these four are common. And then what? Buddhir hi tesham adhiko visheshaha. Buddhi or dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshaha. Both are similar meaning. There is a variation in the shloka depending on where you see it. Buddhi, the mind, is what makes the difference between the human being and non-human beings. And kalayati, that only that mind can do this kalanam, kalayati. No other mind can do it. And you need that self-consciousness. Consciousness is there. Animals have that. But we have to be so conscious. The consciousness has to be so much manifest that I can be conscious of myself also. Look at that. The animal is not self-conscious. The cow doesn't look at the other cow and say, look at the horns of those cows, how beautiful it is. Symmetrical and like this, symmetrical, right? How beautiful it is. Look at my haunts. It's all like this. It's who will like me? Is this a way to have haunts? I need cosmetic surgery now. Okay. Cow chance illa. Chance kadayad. Because the self-consciousness. It doesn't have, and it won't even have the desire. Oh, I want to know how my haunts are. At least that sort should be there, no? Not there at all. How do I know? Then somewhere I want to find a mirror and look around and can you show me? Can you take a picture of me and then show me how I look? No chance. No, zero chance. Why? Because that self-consciousness is not there. Consciousness is manifest, no doubt. The cow is consciousness, conscious of its surroundings, conscious of its own species also. This guy is my family. These dog, cats and all that are not different family. Everything it's aware of. And so reproduction also happens properly or follows the order only. But self-consciousness is not there, and therefore all these problems are not there. Absolutely not there. Okay, this is all by the way. And so shariram is useful, no doubt. And but sharira is just malamutradi. Shambhaya Shankara will say malamutradi kala. Hey, if you start looking into the body, it is nasty. And one doctor said long ago, when they cut open the body, stomach and all that, what do you see? Uh, he said, one thing we know when we cut the Indian stomach versus American stomach, we know immediately difference is there. Indian stomach, all turmeric and tamarind and all is there. They can see all the yellow color and black color and all. Here, America mein aisa nahi hai. Turmeric they don't put. So this yellow tinge is not there. Okay, Guruji, that's all very gross. Please don't go there. All right, this is just Malamutradi. Okay, that is Shariram. And so that Shariram, he took it as Atma. Urushaktirvyathayati. A lot of things to say. I'm just deciding what to say and what. So tataH kaamakrodhaprabhRRitibhiramuM. Prabhriti is a word you may not know what it is. It means Adi. Kaamakrodhadibhihi. That's all it is. Adi. Like we see Adi everywhere. So Ragadveshadi. Okay. Lobha Mohadi. Like that you see Adi. So the same Adi. Pancha. So Annamayadi. So that same Adi. Adi means etc. Kama, Krodha, etc. Okay. So now what happens? What happens after this mistake is done? See, not every mistake is a big mistake. It's a dangerous mistake. Not every mistake is a disaster. But this mistake leads to a major disaster. That's what Shankara is trying to tell us here slowly. In all these euphemistic words, kaamakrodhaprabhRRitibhihi amam bandhanaguNaiH paraM vikShepaakhyaa rajasa it should be. Then urushaktirvyathayati. And that I think I already told you last time. This come to this. How it happens? Urushaktirvyathayati. Urushakti. Who is this? Who is the guy who does all this? Makes me take anatma to be atma. Well, that entity is called Urushakti. Previously, this one was talked about. Uh, Avarana Shakti was talked about. Here, Urushakti. What is this? I've never heard of Urushakti before. Avarana Shakti, I've heard about. vikShepa Shakti also I heard. That is what he's saying here. vikShepaakhyaa urushakti. Hey, there is a particular Shakti. Uru. Uru means big, giant, massive. Okay. That is the Shakti. It's an unstoppable Shakti. That is called Uru. The word Uru comes Vishnu Suktam, those of you who know. Om Vishnurnukam Vidyani Pravochayah Parthivani Vimame Rajagum Siyo Askabhaya Duttaragam Sadastam Vichakramanas Tredo Rugayo Treda Urugayaha. Urugayaha. That Uru comes here. Uru means what, Uh, big. The Urugayaha means the one who is sung. Gaya means Geetam, who is sung famously by famous people. He is Vishnu, it seems. Urugaya. Vishnu's name is Urugaya. The one who is famously praised everywhere. Wherever you go, Vishnu is being praised in some form or the other. Avataras are always there anyway to praise. And so he's called Urugaya. And so here also, Urushaktihi. Urushaktihi. So famous Shakti it is. Okay. What does Swamiji say here? You see, this book. Strong power. Okay. Strong power. He uses the word strong. All right. So, strong Urushakti. And what is the name of this Urushakti? vikShepaakhyaa. vikShepanamni. Called vikShepa Shakti. This great power called vikShepa Shakti. Okay. vikShepa or just vikShepa. vikShepa itself. That power to project. Projection also is a Shakti. And so that is how our Shastram looks at all these things. And we don't just walk away saying it's a mistake, because the student is asking, Ko nama bandhaH, and then kathaM eSha AgataH. How did this bandha come about? So this is how it is all coming about. Like that, the way our rishis have analyzed it. Look at it. And so, Vyathayati, I didn't mention that. This Urushakti, you know what it does? Vyathayati is the verb. So that is the second sentence. Urushaktihi Vyathayati. vikShepaakhyaa urushaktihi Vyathayati. If you want to underline these words. Vyathayati. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhadah agama apayino nityaha tam stitikshasva bharata. It comes to the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Yam hina vyathayantyete purusham purusharishabha. Yam hina vyathayantyete. The one whom these do not affect. Vyathayanti means what? Affect, disturb, agitate. Okay, that's what he's saying there. Yam hina vyathayanti. The one whom these things don't disturb. Which things don't disturb? Previous shloka you have to go. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhadah. All these dvandvaha are their opposites. Wherever you turn, there is opposite. Okay, sukha dukkha, profit loss, tall short. Okay, good weather, bad weather. That's it. Good bad, good bad, good bad goes on and on. Endless it is. Food, good, not good. Tasty, not tasty. This yam hina vyatayantyati. This person has figured out that there's no end to this. Minimum karma yoga, I must be able to say, yeah, this is how life is. Sometimes food will be salty. You can eat or you don't have to eat. That's your choice. But don't sit and complain why food is salty. You have a choice. You still have your free will. You're not stuck, okay? You have free will. You have a free will. Use the free will properly. Okay? And so, yam hina vyathayantyete, he says that. The one whom these things don't affect at all, purusham, purushashava, sama dukkha sukham, dukkha sukham dhiram, somrtatvaya kalpate. That person is the one who is ready for the shastram. Amritatvaya kalpate. Because now he is ready. Anatma, Atma will be clear. And so Amrita, now I understand. ShariiraM is Mritam. And so what, am I Mritam or Amritam? That guy is ready to grasp the ideas. And so that is the Vyatayati. Shankara uses that word here. urushaktirvyathayati. This vikshepa shakti creates, now agitates, disturbs. Disturbs means what? In what way it disturbs? tataH kaamakrodhaprabhRRitibhiramuM bandhanaguNaiH paraM. Now you can understand. Now what happens? KaamakrodhaprabhRRitibhi. Now I am going to, because this anatma is there, which I have taken as atma, then pushyati, ukshati, avati is there in the previous two slokas ago. We saw that. Now I have no choice. I have no choice. This body is there. And why can't we simply say, if I'm sick, if the person is sick, I'm happy being sick. Why I can't say that? Why we can't say that? Is there any rule that says you must be unhappy when you're sick? Is any book says that? No, we don't see it. No, I'm just happy. You're just happy? My head is splitting into two, but I'm happy. Okay? Why you can't say that? That's how it is. You can't say that. It's not possible. It's not possible. Your ability to bear headache and all may be good, high. The threshold is maybe high. That's fine. But still, that nag is there. You can't ignore that. And so, uh, you can't just shrug it off. We can't just shrug it off. I don't know. And this guy, now, ko nama bandhaH kathaM AgataH? His student is asking. How did it come about? You can't say, I don't know. Shastram can't say, I don't know. Guru can't say, I don't know, at least. And in America, I learned this phrase, this thing. You should keep doing this. I don't know. I don't know. I just realized that I have stopped doing it. I just realized it. I have stopped doing it. Previously also I used to do it because it has become a habit. You see people doing and you also start doing this. I don't know. Thankfully, I don't do it here. Otherwise, they will say senior citizen home, and there's one senior citizen who needs a lot of help. And does anybody know a good neurologist? We need to, because he's Guruji is teaching. We need to help him. And so like that, I'll get advice also. So I have no choice. I have to take care of this body. I have to do pushyati, ukshati. I have to take care of it. There's no choice at all. So I may not be good at taking care of myself. That is different. But taking care is, I may not be good. But this fellow, the guy who's ignoring his health, when he has a headache, he will go and take a tablet because he doesn't want it, really speaking. He will, because taking a matra is not difficult. A tablet is not difficult at all. But going to the doctor can be a problem. That requires little effort. And so this couch potato. And so there is no, it just agitates. It makes me do stuff. Makes me do stuff. Swami says, it makes me go to allopathy, it goes me go to naturopathy, homeopathy, ganapati, venkatachalapati, and umapati, sitapati, like that. He goes all over. All over. That because that is a shakti. That shakti will make me do all that. Okay, well, that's the mother of all mistakes. And so unless I have Veda with me, that gives me a shock absorber. Shock absorber. So important it is. That's why all the samskaras are very important. Very important. Marriage also, get it done in a Vedic manner. Why? Even though I may not know all the mantras and this and that, it's a samskara. Only the Veda will tell you marriage is a means, it is not an end. Otherwise, I will think marriage is an end and I have to somehow make it, and then I will ruin my entire life in the process because I am just obsessed. I have to somehow make it, somehow make it. And somehow make it means how? There is no book that says how to have a successful marriage. No book is available. No recipe is available. And so only the Veda says, hey, you Maitri Bhava is the Sakya Gameyam. The mantra says, hey, may we come together in friendship is what it says. It doesn't say may we be united forever and all. It doesn't say all that. Really, I'm telling you, it doesn't say all that. Because what? These are all shariras. How can the two people be united forever? That's a wrong statement. Friendship, maybe come in friendship. Why friendship? Because emotional growth can happen only in friendship. Only in front of a friend I can relax. And I'm just relaxed. I need to relax, so I am open to other things. Padram karnebi shrunuyama devaha, we keep chanting. How to listen to good things? A friend will come and say, you know what, this is not good for you. I will listen only to a friend. Husband, wife, mother, father and all, no chance. Doesn't work. Somebody has to come. Unknown person comes and says like this, suddenly we listen to them. Aha. Good. So marriage is supposed to be between friends. Where is the question of control and all that? No chance. There's no room anywhere. So therefore, bring the Veda into our life. If I don't know now, later on at least we can tell the couple, look, you people are fighting like this. You people, you are not giving her the freedom. What kind of promise you made on that day? I attended your marriage, your wedding. You made the promise in front of all of us. We maybe come in friendship. Is she your friend or not? Are you treating her like your friend or not? You should just tell it out. Let him get it. You made the promise. You're violating that promise. Let him hear all these things. Okay. So here, kaamakrodhaprabhRRitibhiramuM pravRRitti. So bihi means this tritiya is there. So how does this vikShepa shakti agitate the person? Well, because that's it. Now I'm whatever I see, there is kama, raga, or dvesha. Indriyasya indriyasyarthe ragadvesho vyavastitau. Krishna already said in the second chapter, bang, he said all these things. Hey, be careful, Arjuna. Be careful. Krishna wants to tell him, all these relatives and all, you have to be objective. You can't elevate them to some godly statuses. A person is there in your life for a purpose. And she says, all objects in the world, indriyasya indriyasyarthe ragadvesho vyavasthitau. There is something called raga and dvesha. Like and dislike. It doesn't matter whatever object is there. You will be forced to say, I like it, or I don't like it, or I'm indifferent to it. This, you have to say it. This judgment is automatically made without your knowledge. And so that is called kama. That's called kama. Raga dvesha is kama. Kama comes. Then krodha is following. Krodha is waiting. Krodha is waiting. That's why Krishna, what is that Arjuna's question? Athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha. Hey, Krishna, when I know very clearly what is papam, what is punyam, what is right, what is wrong, why the person commits mistakes, deceives, cheats, kills, plunders, why they do all these things? This is the innocent question of Arjuna. Good question also. Papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Anichaneva, even that person doesn't want to lie, but is forced to lie. I want to be truthful, but I'm forced to lie. Why? What is that thing what is the pressure inside? Baladiva, it's just pushing the person towards all these dishonorable acts. Then Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kama Yesha Krodha Yeshaha. Kama yeshaha kamaha, then yeshaha krodha. That same kama puts on another whatever vastram, another clothing, another dress as it were. That's what he's saying. Same kama only manifests as krodha. That's it. I like something, and then when the phone stops, I like the phone. When the phone stops functioning, what do? I blame that phone. I'm angry with the phone. I'm angry with the Amazon. I'm angry with everything. Not Amazon. These days it is Meesho, okay? Not Amazon. Meesho. So I'm angry with Meesho. what happened? Just you said, I like this phone, now you're angry? Yeah, that is how it is. Kama yeshaha, krodha yeshaha, rajoguna samudbhavaha, rajoguna, look at the word here, rajasaha. Shankaracharya. Clean. These people are consistent. Wherever you go, Upanishad, Brahma Sutram, this one, that one, Prakarana Grantha, etc. Consistency is there. Complete consistency. Rajasaha. There also, Bhagavad Gita, Rajo Guna Samudbhavaha. It is caused due to Rajoguna. Rajoguna is what? Well, Trigunatmika Maya. So that rajas aspect of the guna is the cause for this urushakti, vikShepa shakti, because projection, it is coming from me. Therefore, there is a deliberate, I mean, not unconscious. It is involuntary, shall I say, involuntary. So that shakti is being projected, is being manifest here. Rajasaha, kama, krodha, etc. Now, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, eSha, ahankara, bring everything that we know. Manitvam, dambha, dambitvam, like this, you can, everything is now package deal now. It's all there. And what type of things these are? Kama, krodha, they are all bandhana gunas. Bandhana guna, that's what Shankara is saying here. They bind me, that's it. They bind me for good. Their nature is bondage. Kama is there. But if I act on kama, then emotionally, if I act, then I'm finished. I recognize and honor that emotion. And then I say, what's the right thing to do? Then I have a distance. Kama and me, there is a distance. I'm blessed with kama shakti. I'm blessed with all this. It's a shakti, And so it's Maya's manifestation. And so I'm blessed with it. I like a lot of things. I also don't like a lot of things. But I'm blessed. Now I have a choice. How much, when, in what way, all that I can decide. So here, tadatmyena deham bandhanagunaihi utpadyante. That's what Shankara is not saying. Swami is saying utpadyante. Creates. Okay. So then I get into this cycle, Maha Samsara cycle, where I have no choice but to protect myself, protect my family, and this is what is going on and on. How I can come out of this? It's not possible. I have no choice. If money makes me secure, then I want more money. I have no choice. This is how the mind is going to think. If $1 million is making me happy, why not $2 million? Why not? That is how the mind will. No, all money, money will not solve all your problems. No, but it does solve my problems. All the things I have in this house is because of money only. I'm able to sit now and comfortably teach because of money only. So I can argue like that. How can you say money doesn't solve problems? Money does solve a lot of problems. Only money can solve many problems, in fact. Yeah, that is good. Things as far as material possessions are concerned, only money can solve the problem. Nobody else can solve it. Nothing else can. Vedanta also can't solve that problem. When I need food, Vedanta can't solve the problem. I need some money to buy food at the right time, etc. And what about the age? I want to prolong my life also. Keep on prolonging. Yeah, no choice. That's how we are. But to assume that this long life alone is required and that is moksha is wrong. How do you know? Hey, Kathopanishad, we already studied it. This boy taught us. You know what this Yama did? Yeah, when Nachiketa asked for this third boon, Astityeke Nayam Astiti Chaike, Atma, some people say Atma exists, Atma doesn't exist, Jiva exists, Jiva dies away, Jiva continues. Like this, lot of views are there. What's your view? I want you, not what's your view. Anushishtastvayaham. I want you to be learnt. I want to be a student. Your student, he said. Means student means not views and all. Views, opinions on the street, we can have share views. Anybody can give their own views. And so, Anushishtastvayaham. Etad tritiyam varam vrine, like that he said. And then this one, Yamadharmaraja says, Shatayushav putra pautran vrinishva. Look, look, let's not go there, okay? Devairapi atrapi. So even Indras and all, Indradi, they also had problems with this. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what human beings want. And I'll just multiply it by 1,000 and give it to you. Okay. Shatayushaha. He starts with long life. That's the first, long life, because the fear of death is always there. So he addresses the fear of death first. Shatayushav put, and then after that, once you give me a long life, now I'll ask more. Putra pautran vrinishva. Then I have children and grandchildren and all. Family, So putra pautran vrinishva. And then Putra Pautran Vrinishva Bahun Pashun Hasti Hiranya Mashwa Hiranya something comes. So now wealth, the real estate and all these vehicles, all these things are needed. Pashun means those days, they are workhorses. So those are the things. You go on a horse. Poor man cannot go on a horse. And so all this Ashwan, Hasti, elephants. Imagine owning an elephant. For us, it looks very vague. Which human being will have an elephant as a pet? Okay, small squirrels you can have, dogs you can have, cats you can have. But elephant is strange. But he is saying that those days, these are the assets. Movable and immovable assets. If you have to declare elephant also. Is it movable or immovable? Okay, you can, whatever rules were there those days. Okay. So Hiranyavashwan. Okay, then what? Then he offers more stuff. He says the things that Manushas cannot get on earth. Okay, and he uses the word. Ima Ramaha, Sarataha, Saturyaha. I will send you some women also along with from here. Okay. Then he says, wait a minute, what women you're talking? As though we don't have women in India, in Earth. Is that what? Yama, you're confused. We also have Miss Universe and all the going on everywhere. We also have all beauty. We also have all that. Okay. No, not like that. The reason these angels and all, these people are not like your people. Okay, yeah, they also look beautiful and all, that's fine. But these people, they may look like good, but they also have a lot of emotional problems. Okay, you might like them, but then only after marriage you'll realize what did you marry will become clear only after marriage. And outside everything looks good, but inside it's a bunch of muck. What will you do? What will you do? You have to bang your head against the wall. Ima Rama, they are not like that. These women that I'm going to send are not like that. They are free. They are free. They are free. Free, literally free they are. They don't have any baggage. They will take care of you. You don't have to take care of them. Correct? That is Imaraha. And Sarataha, I'll send them in their own chariots. Their own vehicles. You don't have to arrange any, you don't have to call red taxi and all and book any. Nothing to do. A taxi is our popular taxi service in Coimbatore, okay? And so you don't have to do anything. I'll take care of it. Then this boy says, Shobhava yadantaisya Shobhavaha martyasya yadantakaitat. Hey Antaka, he addresses Yama as Antaka. Yetat Shobhavaha. All this is Shobhavaha. It's all only going to give anxiety to people because Shobhavaha. Because they will wonder, will this be there tomorrow or not? This boy uses a word, Shobhavaha, for all the things that we have. Shwaha means tomorrow. Bhavaha means existing. Whether this thing will exist tomorrow or not. This is the fear we have. Like in our laptop, this microphone, whether it is working or not, constant anxiety is there or not. It is there or not. I have that anxiety. Because anything you can take, but this mic and speaker phone, this phone, speaker, has to be there because communication critical. Shobhavaha, this Nachiketa, beautiful he is. Anxiety, that's it. The minute you have these things, this anxiety will come along. And then he says something else.
तवैवाहं तव नृत्यगीते
Api sarvam jivitam alpameva. This is what I was getting at. Api sarvam. Hey, you can give me 100 years, but compared to Brahmaji, 100 years is just this much. But you're giving some popcorn or some lollipop and say, okay, here is lollipop. I know it's a lollipop, okay? And neither I want to ask for Brahmaji's life because he also is anityam only. Api sarvam jivam alpameva, he says. What a statement it is. What is the use of all this life? Narada himself, after living so long and walking so many worlds, said, Aham mantravideva asmi natu atmavit. I am a mantra. Nobody knows mantras like I do, but I don't know Atma. Like that, he's wailing in front of Sanat Kumara. Okay. And what about money? I started this whole thing by saying, $1 more million, I'd love to have. You are welcome to have how much ever you want. Shastram doesn't stop us from doing all that. But Nachiketa says it is no connection. That if you put a connection between that money and your fulfillment, that's a mistake. That's a disaster. Don't do it. You buy money for whatever money is good for. You have money. Na vittena tarpaniyo manushyaha. That's it. Vittam means cash. Na vittena tarpaniyaha manushyaha. This human being cannot be satisfied. Tarpaniyaha. Tarpanam means what? We do tarpanam for our pitris. Means pleasing. Tarpana means pleasing. Same tarpana he uses here also. Manushyaha na tarpaniyaha. Man cannot be made happy with money. That's what he says. Trip dhatu, tripti, all that comes from the same. Tarpanam comes from trip only. Tripti, okay, satisfaction, fulfillment. Na vittena tarpaniyo manushyaha. So therefore, that is a pramanam for me. Nachiketa is a pramanam for me to say that this money and happiness have no connection. Money and comfort, a lot of connection is there. Money and comfort, nothing gives comfort like money. Okay, so this cycle, kaamakrodhaprabhRRitibhiramuM. If I don't know these things, I am going to go round and round in a cycle. KaamakrodhaprabhRRitibhiramuM, and these are all bandhanaguNaiH. They are all bandhanaguna. They are of the nature of bondage. Param vikShepaakhyaa. What does Swamiji say here? Param atyantam Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswami atyantam vikshepanamni rajogunasya prabala shakti shochayati vyethayati, he says shochayati, agitates, I said, but shochayati causes sorrow. That's what he translates that as, explains to us as, causes sorrow. Vyethayati, shochayati. Agitates, activates, and then in the end, there is only sorrow left. And so, that is the issue there. Urushaktirvyathayati. So now, what is a mistake? Taking anatma to be atma is like taking a rope to be a snake. Just like only, not exactly, because rope is an object, Rope also is anatma. But in the example is good. Taking rope as a snake. Taking rope as a snake is not an emotional mistake. Okay. It is an intellectual mistake, correct? It's purely a mistake in the mind. It's a mistaken identity. It's here. The mistake is here. Therefore, that is what causes the entire problem. The emotional problems that I have is caused from an intellectual problem. Therefore, you can't emotionally solve this problem. An intellectual problem can only be solved by an intellectual solution. What is the intellectual solution? Knowing that it is not a rope. It is not a snake. That is the only solution. Knowing that this is anatma, it is not atma. That is the only solution for this problem. There is no need for any other solution. Other solutions don't exist also. Don't exist. That's why this diagnosis is so critical. Look at how Chakra is taking us through diagnosing the problem. Diagnosis is critical so that we come to the right conclusions. And so, with that, I think that pretty much completes the shloka. Let's translate this. So, in summary, what is the shloka saying? Two sentences are there. First sentence is that shariiraM kalayati. Anatmanam shariiraM ahamiti kalayati. This sharira, which is anatma, is taken to be atma. Okay, that is the first sentence. Second sentence is urushaktirvyathayati vikShepaakhyaa urushaktirvyathayati. The game gets started. After Avarana Shakti, the vikShepa Shakti acts and completes the process. Okay. All right. Translation of the shloka. When Atma, which is of the nature of pure awareness free from any impurity, comma, is eclipsed, tirobhuuta, is eclipsed. Eclipsed means covered, is eclipsed, comma, the person considers the anatma namely body, as atma. The person considers the anatma, namely body, as atma, full stop. Okay. Then the strong power of rajas, known as vikShepa, afflicts him much, with the binding qualities of desire, anger, and the like. Desire, anger, etc. Desire, anger, and the like. And the like is a peculiar English usage. It means and similar things like that. And things like that. Desire, anger, and the like. All right, let's read this. When Atma, which is of nature of pure awareness free from any impurity, is eclipsed, the person considers the anatma body as atma. then the strong power of rajas known as vikShepa afflicts him much with the binding qualities of desire, anger and the like. Okay, next shloka.
Ramuji. Ramuji.
Yeah, Ramuji.
Okay.
etaabhyaameva shaktibhyaaM
etaabhyaam eva shaktibhyaaM
bandhaH puMsaH samaagataH
bandhaH puMsaH samaagataH
याभ्याम विमोहितो देहम
याभ्याम विमोहितो देहम
मत्वात्मानं भ्रमत्ययम्
मत्वात्मानं भ्रमत्ययम्
एताभ्यामेव शक्तिभ्याम्
एताभ्याम् एव शक्तिभ्याम्
बन्धः पुंसः समागतः
bandhaः पुंसः समागतः
याभ्यां विमोहितो देहम्
याभ्यां विमोहितो देहम्
मत्वात्मानं भ्रमत्ययम्
मत्वात्मानं भ्रमत्ययम्.
Yeah. So he's concluding the discussion here. Two verbs you can say. Samaagataha in the first half. Okay. bandhaH samaagataha is the main sentence in the first half of the shloka. bandhaH samaagataha. Underline that. Second line, I am Brahmati. Last two words. Brahmati, I am. That is two words really. I am Brahmati. I am Brahmati. So let's look at that. bandhaH samaagataha. bandhaH. Bandha has come about. AgataH means has come about. SamaagataH. Samyak AgataH. Samyak AgataH means it is here to stay. Meera, go on and mute yourselves. It is here to stay. Okay. It is here, Samyak. It is here to stay, not just a temporary mistake. Like you correct, you say, hey Vivek, and then you say, oh, I'm sorry. This I'm sorry is not going to come so soon with anatma. Samyak AgataH. Okay. And for whom is this bandha? puMsaH. puMsaH. Purushasya, Manushasya. For that person only. That puMsaH is a word which means that puMsaH. And how did this bandha come about? Yeah, we just told you that. So, etaabhyaam shaktibhyaaM eva. So this bhyam is a very unique Sanskrit construct. All Sanskrit students know this and they are a bit scared of it also. But they know it for sure. Bhyam, this is just, they know it as it comes, dual number it is. Singular, dual, plural. These three are there in Sanskrit. And this peculiar usage, bhyam, only comes for dual number. Not singular, not plural. Okay. All right. That much we know. And why two? Because two. Avarana Shakti and vikShepa Shakti. So Avarana vikShepa Shakti Bhyam, due to that Avarana and vikShepa Shakti, etaabhyaam means these two. Etaabhyaam means from these two, and Shaktibhyam means from these two Shaktis. Etaabhyaam is not even required. Shaktibhyam is enough. That means these two Shaktis. From these two Shaktis, this person gets the bandha. Bandha has come about for this person. Like that he says. Sanskrit
Kindly
students
repeat
only.
etaabhyaam and shaktibhyaaM, please.
Etaabhyaam means from these two. From these two. From these two what? ShaktibhyaaM. From these two Shaktis called Avarana Shakti and vikShepa Shakti. That's all it means. Sanskrit students will have only one doubt. They know Bhyam is dual, but they don't know if it is Tritiya Vibhakti or Chaturthi Vibhakti or Panchami Vibhakti. You have to study some more to figure this out. Means, I'll explain this, okay? Other students who are not Sanskrit based. This Bhyam, at least if you say from, I can understand. But no, it is by the Shakti, Bhyam. To the Shakti, Bhyam. From the Shakti, Bhyam only. So is it to or by or from or what it is? That based on context only you can say that. So you can even say, it can be Tritiya, it can be Panchami also. From that Shakti also you can say. So Tritiya Arthe Panchami, sometimes we will say that. So anyway, from that, this bandha is born for this person. Then what? Yabhyam. Again, by that two Shaktis only, Yabhyam. From those two Shaktis, Vimohitaha. Ayam Vimohitaha. Ayam means this. This means this person. Ayam within brackets put connected to the person. Ayam Vimohitaha. That person is confused. Completely confused. Vimohita. Completely confused. This confusion is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. That is why Vimohitaha. And then what happens? Deham Atmanam Matva. Same thing Shankara is repeating, so that we get it into our head. Deham Atmanam Matva. Matva means Nyatva, Kalayitva, using the word Kalay. Having taken this body as the self. Deham Atmanam Matva. Deham is shariiraM, So, this Khanda Deham Akhanda Atma iti Matva, or differently, Akhanda Atma Khanda Deham iti Matva. Akhanda Dvaya, what did he say? Akhanda Nitva Nitya Dvaya Bodha, something he said there. So, Akhanda is taken as Khanda, Nitya is taken as Anitya, Advaya is taken as Dvaya, Bodha, like that is said. So this conscious being is taken as this jada body. And so that is a big mistake. Deham atmanam matva ayam brahmati. This guy roams around, wanders. This is the story, this is biography. In fact, this must be the biography of all of us. Okay, if at all, see, suppose you go to the airport and you find all these biographies of Bill Gates and everything, right? And people buy these books. What is the essence of the entire book? I am Brahmati. I am Brahmati. I am also Brahmami. I am Brahmami. And this Purushaha, I am also Brahmati. I am Brahmati. That is the biography of the human being, every human being. Just some shades are there, different. Variety is there. I'm bored with my life, therefore I have to read somebody else's biography. Correct? My life is boring. Let's see. These inspiring people are there. Good. Nice to read somebody and get inspired by that person. That's always good. And so that is what he's saying, Shankaracharya, and concluding the two shlokas. Let's translate this one. This bondage has come about. This bondage has come about for the person. This bondage has come about for the person due to these two powers alone. Due to these two powers alone, comma, due to these two powers alone, comma, deluded by which, deluded by which, the person wanders about taking the body as Atma. Taking the body as Atma, full stop. Let's read this. This bondage has come about for the person due to these two powers alone, deluded by which the person wanders about taking the body as Atma. If you have any questions, you can stay back. Om Apadamapahārtāram Dātāram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam shariiraM Bhūyo Bhūyo Namamyaham. काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ